In this video, we will continue to talk about lighting in Octane for Blender. In the previous video, we saw how we can use the area lights and also other shapes like the circle and the sphere and so on. And we set up what is called three-point lighting system. So we used different lights from different directions to have that three-dimensional look to enhance the three-dimensional look of the scene. And this was just a setup that we did in the previous lesson. So you can see here on the object list, I have a key light and a fill light, and then we set up also the back light. Now we also added more backlights because this is a customizable system, so you can add, you can remove lights, you can, once you understand the basics, you can customize it, you can do whatever you want essentially. So in this video, we will continue to talk about what we could define artificial lights, but we will see that by using those lights, we can also do like some more interesting effects, which could be artificial but also natural. So depending on how we use these lights, we can get different effects. And we're also going to talk about shadows. Shadows are really important. Now, in the previous video, we already talked about the photographic set. Now, in the photographic set, you have different types of lights. You have like some really concentrated spotlights, or you have sometimes these really big rectangular or circular or like umbrellas. So these are reflectors. They are used to reflect light or diffuse the light into the scene. And also, we're going to talk about some kind of special effects again. And I took inspiration from Noir movies because they are really interesting in the use of lights and shadows because they had to express themselves with the light since they didn't have the colors. So usually I am studying these movies, these shots, these still images, just to get inspiration for, again, the use of light. I think that they are really expressive. And then we're also going to see how we can project images and also how we can use the IES effect, which is, again, some artificial effect coming from the lens of the light. And usually the industry will give you these IES files, which will help you to create these a more realistic effect if you're doing like spotlights and things like that. And so this will be now the beginning. And we're going to start actually with the texture environment because there is actually another way you can light up your scene. We already saw that you can illuminate your scene with an environment, but actually you can illuminate using a texture. So you can do it with a simple color, and that's kind of the basics, but you can also use what is called an environment texture, or also it's called HDRI. So you often find this term HDRI, which means high dynamic range image, which is a complex image that contains a lot of information about shadows and darkness, but also like lighting. So information about the light, and it contains a lot of information essentially. The HDR is the format. HDRI means HDR image, and you can see the difference between having a render with or without an environment or an HDRI. So when you have an environment, reflections start to get really good, and also you have some background, so your object doesn't seem to be like isolated and floating around the space, and also they will be needed for lighting. So if we go into Polyhaven, this is a website that we already mentioned before. You will also find here HDRIs, really high quality HDRIs, and just click there and you can see how many are there. So HDRI is basically an environment texture, which again help us to create a background, an environment, and also reflections and also lighting. This is why it's so beautiful. Now this technique is also called image-based lighting. So we are creating a lighting based on an image. And you can see here you have outdoors, you have indoors, so interiors, exteriors, you have studios. So in the previous video, we created an actual studio with the lights. and the environment. But right now I want to show you how we can just use an image. Now that's not going to be as accurate as using actual octane lights, but it's going to be quicker, it's going to be easier. So if I just use one of these studio image, I will get everything from this image. I will create my environment. I don't need to create a 3D scene. I just need this spherical environment around my subject. I will create the lining, so I don't need to create the lights as we did in the previous video. And also I will create reflections, so something for reflective material to reflect, and that's going to make things more realistic. Now up here you can see on this studio small, we have the author, we have the license, which is CC0, and we can download different resolution. Let's go for 8K, which is pretty high, and just click download. HDR will be the format that we're going to use. So you can see I have already a folder here where I saved a lot of these different HDRIs. So I'm going to save also this one here. And when it's ready, you can see down there is downloading. So when it's ready, I can bring it in my Octane for Blender. And this is the scene that we set up in the previous video. So we already used the environment, but this is kind of a flat environment. It's a simple color, it's a uniform color. Now, usually uniform colors are not really realistic. So they're good if you want to create something like for marketing or, I don't know, advertising, something when you want to enhance the object inside the subject, which could be a product, could be an industrial design object, whatever. So you can use this technique if you want to have like a flat and background, detach the object from the background a lot. But if you want to have something more realistic, again, we're going to use environment. So I'm just going to delete the environment texture there on the world node editor. And we're also going to get rid of the various lights. So you can see here that if I turn off all the lights that I created in the previous video, things are going to get darker. Well, actually, I want the pitch black. I want a really dark scene so that you can see the difference between using an HDRI or not using an HDRI. And by the way, we can just review here all the lights, the fill light, the key light, the backlight that we created in the previous video. Now this is pitch black. This is total black. We are not illuminating with any of the light that we created before. We are just working with a black environment right now because we deleted the environment texture node. So if I go back in the world settings, go to the environment, click here, we saw we can work with these three different environments, but now we're going to see more about the texture environment. So as soon as I click there you go. I have light because we are using a white color right now to illuminate the scene. And this is also giving us some reflections, but you can see they are pretty boring reflections. And also, again, the scene looks too flat. It doesn't look realistic. Now, if I want, I can use procedural maps when I click on the little circle to add some texture. So this is a procedural texture or procedural maps, which means that I can change it within Octane, within Blender. I don't need to go outside. Instead, if I use an image made of pixels like environment texture, I need to go like in Photoshop or another graphic design software if I want to modify it. So you have procedural maps, procedural textures, and also let's try this one here, which is noise. You can see how it's creating kind of a smoky effect around. So yeah, it's a little bit more interesting than before, but you know, it's also not so realistic. So procedural maps are really cool because you can do a lot of effects with those, but not so realistic. If you want to go into realism, you need a realistic picture, you need a photograph, you need something like HDRI. So I'm selecting here the HDRI, clicking and dragging it from the folder directly inside the node editor into Blender. And there you go, in the world node editor. And then I will click and drag it and create this link inside the texture environment. So I have to wait a few seconds, and there you go. Now I have the image, but I need to adjust it. I need to lower down the intensity